We're now going to draw a title block. We're going to draw the title block on layer 0 because this title block we're going to use to import into any drawing we do. The idea in AutoCAD is that we always draw once and then we can use it as many times as we wish to on other drawings. So I can see here that I'm on layer 0, but I first of all need to set up the properties. So I'm going to go into my layer properties manager. So if I click on there, now I wish to have a continuous line type, but for my weighting I'm going to change that weighting. So by clicking on that, we're going to go for a thicker border. So I'm going to make my line type 0.35 millimeters. So when I click on OK, you can now see that I've got a continuous line, but it's 0.35 millimeters long. So I can now close out of my layer properties and we can start to draw our title block. We start off by drawing a rectangle, so I go up to the rectangle command and I'm going to use coordinates to draw this. So I'm going to make my first coordinate 10, 10, and I'm going to make my top right corner 410, 287. You can now see I've drawn the rectangle. I now need to add on the lines. So to the first line I'm going to draw a horizontal line, so I click on my line command. It's asking me to specify the first point. Again, we're going to draw this accurately, so we're going to use coordinates. So my first coordinate is going to be at 10, 40, and where do I wish the line to finish? I wish the line to finish at 410, 40, hit enter, and hit enter again to end the command. So I've got my first horizontal line to form the block. So I want to draw another line now. So for my second line, where do I wish my first point to be? My first point I wish to be at 95, 20. So again I hit enter. Where do I wish my second line to be? 410, 20. Hit enter, and your third horizontal line, again we go up to the line command. Where do I wish my first point will be 180, 30. My second point will be 410, 30. Hitting enter, and remember to hit enter again to end the command. So back up to the line command. First point I wish to be 95, 40 is going to be 95, 10. Hit enter, and remember hit enter again to end that. First point we wish to be at 265, 10. Hit enter. 265, 40. Again hit enter and hit enter again to end the command. First point is 180, 10, and my second point is 180, 40. Hit enter and hit enter again to end the command. We've now drawn our basic title block. So the next thing that we need to do is to add in our text. What we need to do is to go across to the annotate tab, and can you see here you've got a little arrow that will allow us to set the height of the text. So I'm going to click on there, and out will come the manager. So for my standard text, how high do I wish my text to be? So we just need to change in there. I'm going to make my height of text to be 6. So when we click on apply and close, so what that means now is that when I go across to my text here, and I'm going to just click on multi-line text, double click, I can now start to type. So the first thing that I'm going to type is all dimensions in millimeters unless press stated. Now you can see here it's gone all underneath, but if I expand this out, can you see then I can get it onto 3 lines if I wish. So click to go out of that, but if I click again I can then use the arrow keys to place the text. So simply holding down Control, hitting the down arrow will start to move it down until I've got it roughly right. Then I'm going to use the left arrow to move across. I can now place my text into the box. And once the text has been placed, I can then hit Escape, and so that is then nicely placed. All the text for your title block can be added in exactly the same way, and this part of the title block here shows that your drawing is in what's known as third angle projection, so that symbol should always be placed in that box. Whatever goes in these will be very much dependent on your drawing. Once we've created our title block, the next thing we need to do is to convert this into a write block, and what a write block means is that it saves it as a drawing so we can import it into any other drawing. To do this, we go up to the Insert command, click on to make sure that you're clicking on Create a write block. When you click on that, it'll go through. So the first thing we need to do is to pick the base point. So if we pick the base point, we click on that, we'll go right down to the corner, left click confirms the base point. We now need to select our objects. So if we select the objects, and this time if we left click and go all the way up to the top and left click again, we wish to select all and press enter. It's then going to ask you where do you wish to keep it. So I suggest here that you save it into your home drive because it creates it as an actual drawing. So all we need to do here is to browse. So for me I'm going to go into there and I'm going to call it title block, and because I've drawn all the title blocks I'm just going to call it 2. I suggest you just call it title block. I'm going to click on save, click on OK. Notice up in that corner we've now got our title block drawn and saved, and it's now set up to be imported into any other drawing.